Hi friends, welcome to another video on unboxing. This is Sujan from Tasty Tech Hardware. Today we have a smartphone from the company which was known as the Apple of the East. So here we have Redmi Note 9 Pro from Xiaomi. And today I'll be unboxing and reviewing this product, and also I'll be giving you guys the most important every person has to know before buying a phone, that's about the features and the mobile technology. So let's get started. So here we have a Redmi Note 9 Pro box. I have got the base variant, 4GB RAM and 64GB storage. To buy this phone, I have mentioned the link in the description. On the side of the box, you can see the Redmi Note 9 Pro branding. Seeing the feature behind the box, this comes with Snapdragon 720G and it is manufactured with 8nm. And it has got 48 megapixel AI quad camera. It has got a display of size 6.67 inches and it is a full HD display. And this comes with a 5020 mAh battery. This phone is sold with three color options, and the Glacier White, Interstellar Black and Aurora Blue. Here I have the Interstellar Black. Just a few facts in between. These CPUs are made up of billions of tiny transistor electrical gates that switch on and off to perform the calculations. The 8nm which we were talking about is the size of the transistor. The Snapdragon 720G is a modern SoC, that's system on chip. This comes with two high performance 2.3 GHz cores and 6 power efficient 1.8 GHz cores, all manufactured on an 8nm processor, which is set to result in a greater power efficiency and lower heat dissipation. Opening the box, we have another small box which has a manual which we never read it, and it also comes with a silicone cover for the phone, and which is not of that good quality. Also, it has a SIM tray ejection tool. Under the small box, we have the Redmi Note 9 Pro. We will see the phone later, and let's see the other things inside. This has got a 18W fast charging adapter, that is what the Xiaomi claims. When you compare it with Realme 6 Pro, which has got 30W adapter. Here we have a USB of type A to type C. So now let's see the phone. Seriously guys, the Xiaomi has done a good job in design looks of it. Actually, the phone has got some premium looks. The color is seen as little bluish and sometimes little grayish. Even though the phone is just 210 grams, it is considered as heavy. But you don't feel it because it has got a good weight balance. When Redmi Note 9 goes against the Realme 6, the Redmi Note 9 Pro lacks in the refresh rate and fast charging. These are the two features which the new phones are coming up with. But Xiaomi claims there are not much apps which uses 90Hz display. Now let's see what the phone has got from outside. So on the left side of the phone we have SIM tray. As I told you, this phone comes with quad camera which has 48 megapixel primary camera, 8 megapixel ultra wide angle camera, 5 megapixel macro camera, 2 megapixel depth sensor, and it has got 10x digital zoom. This has got a pretty good camera, but again, compared to the Realme 6, I guess Redmi can improve by giving a software update. Top of the phone we have a noise cancelling microphone and IR blaster. Bottom of the phone we have 3.5mm audio jack, USB-C port, microphone and a speaker grill. Then coming to the right side of the phone we have a fingerprint scanner come power button, and actually the fingerprint scanner is really fast, and above it we have a volume rocker button. Basically the phone looks classic and the display already has a screen guard. So let's switch on the phone and finish the startup settings. This phone has got LPDDR4 4GB RAM. LPDDR5 succeeds LPDDR4X, which is the power efficient RAM that can only be even affordable like on Redmi Note 7 Pro. LPDDR5 however is still expensive technology and will be available only across the flagship phones in 2020. Samsung is mass producing 12GB LPDDR5 RAMs using the second generation 10nm process, which is used in Galaxy S20 and Galaxy S20 Plus. The 16GB LPDDR5 memory from Samsung has also hit the mass production, which is used in Samsung Galaxy S20 Ultra. Apart from Samsung, Micron has started shipping the LPDDR5 RAM in 6GB, 8GB, 12GB configuration. The Xiaomi Mi 10 is the first phone to employ Micron LPDDR5. And we expect many more Chinese players to source Micron memory to their respective flagships in 2020. The front and the rear of the Redmi Note 9 Pro are both made up of Gorilla Glass 5. While the frame is polycarbonate, every time you touch your phone, you are likely touching the glass made by Cornering, which creates some of the toughest glass in the world. Cornering has been making glasses for smartphone for years. Coming to the punch hole design, the front camera, it is 16 megapixel resolution, and the Redmi Note 9 Pro Max offers step up to 32 megapixel. I felt this punch hole design of the front camera very distracting. And also the screen's backlighting is a little uneven around it. Redmi Note 9 Pro is more powerful enough to handle anything from basic calls and messaging all up the way to heavy 3D gaming with no trouble whatsoever. As you can see, I'm trying to open few apps and they're really very fast. I can say the performance wise, it is quite fast. I did not feel very happy with the display as there is a small amount of bleeding from the edges, the light bleeding. As compared to Realme 6, I felt they should have improved the display quality. As the screen looks big and video viewing experience would be better. As this has Bluetooth 5, the connectivity will have no issues. I felt this phone should have had a multiple fingerprint scanners. What the company said was they didn't wanted to disrupt the rear panel and also they wanted something quicker. That's why they chose this design. I felt Xiaomi should have come up with a flagship features like Realme, but I'm not meaning to say that it's not a good phone, but I felt these features would have been a flagship 3 years ago. Usually the smartphones are used outdoor and it is always better to have more nit value for better brightness. As a general rule, anything above 400 to 500 nits will do pretty well on a sunny day, but at 200 nits you might have to find some shade to answer texts. This phone has 450 nits. To understand the brightness, refresh rate, frame rate, basically about the technology, watch my video on the monitor technology I have mentioned in the iCard of the video. Playing PUBG on this phone on a high quality preset, I played for around 20 minutes and the phone got little warmer. I did not get uncomfortable with the phone, but actually I didn't play for long. But the camera bump is little uncomfortable. But when you see the graphics, it is consistently smooth and it is enjoyable. And also the other games like Asphalt 9 doesn't have any trouble either. This phone is Widevine L1 certified. It supports FHD 1080p streaming on Prime, YouTube and Netflix. Apart from these obvious features, the Redmi Note 9 Pro does support ISRO's Navic navigation, which makes it the first Redmi smartphone to do so. It is using the chip manufactured by a US company known as Qualcomm, and the chipset is designed to provide the accurate positioning information service to the user in India as well as the region extending up to 1500 kilometers from its boundary, which is primary service area. It takes 1 hour 45 minutes to charge the phone, even with the fast charging, which is the downside of this. Finally, what I recommend you guys is that it is a very good phone for its price, but when you compare it with the others like Realme 6, Realme 6 Pro, which is actually better in camera, display and hardware features, but some of the hardware features are similar like processor. And at the end, thank you guys for watching this video. If you like this video, hit the like button, and if you haven't subscribed, do to keep yourself updated with it. Thank you again. See you guys in the next one.